Hey guys, so this is the look I'm going to be creating today. I tried to do like a Christmas glam-ish, so if you're interested, stay tuned. So first I'm going to go in with my Got2b gel and just make sure every hair in my eyebrow has product in it, and then that will ensure that wherever you're placing it, it will stay and hold. Next, I'm going to take my peel away base and I'm just going to prime my lids using this flat brush I actually got from Joann's Fabrics. It's like a painting brush, but I love this brush. I literally use it for everything. Now after I'm done priming my lids, I'm going to go in with the Feet on the Ground palette from Made by Mitchell, and I'm going to go use the shade Brown to create kind of like a half shape on my eyelid. After I'm done packing this in, I'm just going to obviously buff around the edges. We don't want any harsh lines, of course. And after you're done creating that shape, you can just add the wing where you want it to drag out. I'm doing a half cut crease wing eyeshadow today, so this is why I'm adding this little mini wing at the end. And then I'm going to go in with this more yellow shade. This is the shade Modest from Me, Myself, and Mitchell palette. I like to kind of mute the base underneath because I don't necessarily like the brightness under my eye unless I'm cutting my brow and making them sharp. So this will just kind of calm that effect down and make it blend more with my skin. And now I'm going to go back in with the Feet on the Ground palette and use the shade Bored in the House to kind of deepen up where I will be cutting my crease. This just adds like the little dimension because of the color difference with this eyeshadow and my base that I'll be carving my lid with. I'm also going to deepen out that little corner too, so I'm just going to drag the shade Bored in the House there as well. And then I'm going to just keep bringing it across until it blends. I'm using a more fluffy brush to just soften those edges as well. So now I'm going to go in with my Vaseline and some Q-tips, and I'm just going to clean that area where I plan to cut my crease. Now using my Peel Louise base, I'm going to just cut my crease. I like to either drag the product or tap the product. Both work. It's just based off of preference. And now for glitter glue, I use eyelash glue. Let's be real, this stuff stays all night. I've learned an easy method to take it off, which I'll probably show in later videos if you guys actually want to see it. But I just apply it and just let it get tacky as I would for my lashes, and by that you just want to give it a few seconds, and then I just tap the glitter directly on top and it should stick right away. So let me put you on real quick. This is how I take off glitter that is in places that it should not be. I use a spoolie and I just drag it across. It won't mess up your eyeshadow as long as you're not obviously digging it into your eye, but it just gets any unwanted glitter out from areas that it shouldn't be, and then you can get your line a little bit sharper with your glitter. Now for this time around, I'm going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm just going to apply it all over my face. This one takes a little bit longer to get tacky, but it's good because it gives you time to like work it in. So now I'm going to go in with my Total Control Drop Foundation from NYX. I love this foundation. It's super buildable and it's not cakey at all. I'm using shade 10, and I'm just going to apply it all over my face. So now for my liquid contour, I'm going to go in with the Bare Minerals Stick Foundation in the shade Sienna and just contour my eye area, my cheeks, my nose, and my chin as well. Also, when I blend out my liquid contour, notice how I apply it in the same location every time I blend it. So it just diffuses the color and it doesn't bring my contour down my face, and it actually looks like contour. Now going in with my Laura Mercier concealer, I'm just going to highlight my chin, my upper lip, and then my nose on the tip and the bridge of my nose, just to give myself a little highlight effect. Next, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal concealer in the shade Ivory and just go underneath my eyes and prepare to bring it up towards my hairline for that snatched effect once again. And then I'm just going to set my under eye with airspun powder and bring that up towards my hairline and pretty much put powder anywhere I put concealer. And then I'm going to cut my contour area for my powder contour to not be as choppy whenever I do add it. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my nose contour with these two light shades. I'm just going to add it to the tip of my nose and then my bridge of my nose to create that highlight effect. And then with the shades underneath those two, I'm just going to go ahead and contour the sides of my nose and the tip of my nose. This part is optional, but you can cut the sides of your nose just to create that slimness if you want it. I like to do it sometimes. Sometimes I don't really care for it, but yeah. So then I'm going to go in with my NYX contour palette and just deepen where I already contoured with liquid contour and just set it in place. So next I'm going to use my Note blush. This is the shade Desert Rose, and I just apply it on the apples of my cheeks mainly, but I also do kind of blend it upwards towards my cheekbones. And I actually used to never really like blush, but ever since I started using it and I found my favorite shade, I'm literally obsessed and I put way too much on. So now we're going to go ahead and just brush off all the excess powder that we had on prior, on our nose, underneath our contour area, chin, etc. But we are going to avoid using the brush underneath our eyes because personally I noticed that I don't like the fact that it kind of takes away and gives texture, and so I like to avoid doing that, and I just go in with a beauty blender and tap the product instead of using a brush, and I see that that works way better for me. Now going back with Feet on the Ground, I'm going to use the shade Bless You as a highlight. I think I saw this on Made by Mitchell's Instagram that somebody used it as a highlight, and I was like, I need to try that because I knew exactly what shade they were talking about because that was the first one that caught my eye and I thought highlight immediately. But I can't even explain how obsessed I am. Like, I probably will be continuing to use this as a highlight even though it's not. But you know what? I've noticed a lot of shimmer eyeshadows work great as highlight, and they aren't as reflective as the other ones, so they don't really leave you blotchy. Now going back into Feet on the Ground palette, I'm going to use the shade Ground to just smoke out underneath my eye. this is just gonna be the first color, and then the second one we're gonna just go ahead with the shade Bored in the House with a thin flat brush and just line the waterline lash line with a darker brown to create that depth. Optional if you wanted to add a white waterline, this would also make your eyes pop a lot. Now for my new favorite red lip combo, I'm going to use the Pink Leaf Cosmetics Apple Red Lip Liner and then MAC Cosmetics Ruby Woo. First, I'm going to just line my lips like so, and then I'm going to just directly apply the Ruby Woo right on top. Now I'm going to go in with my Leda lashes. These are the style Savage. I have one on already, but you can't really see it. But I just wanted to show you guys a little close-up of it. They're super cute and fluffy. I'm going to just go ahead and line my lashes with my green duo glue right on my lash line like I would for eyeliner. And then I'm going to just let it sit and get taggy. Side note, I like to add the mascara after I put the lash glue just to avoid getting any of the glue in my hairs. I noticed that I still get it in my hairs, but not half as much as I do when I used to do my mascara first, and then it was just super hard to remove. Now this time around, I actually let the glue sit for a really long time, so it was super tacky and ready. So I just started from the front and applied it, pinched my lashes together, and made sure that it was all in place and how I like it. Lastly, I'm going to go in and apply some bottom mascara. And that's about it, guys. Thank you to every single one of you that made it this far to hear this. And if you liked it, make sure to give me a like. If you have any ideas or looks in mind that you want to see me do for you guys, just comment them down below and I'll make sure to keep a note of everything. But also stay tuned for the giveaway I'll be hosting at 1,000 subscribers. I'm super excited to post all the details from it too, but we gotta wait for that one. But thank you again.